Hi, hey everyone. Okay, so I'm here. I posted a story to basically remind everyone that goes over there to come find me over here. So yesterday was super busy. Wait, what? Hey, I love it. Okay. So what's it called? Hi. So let's do readings first, and then we'll do candles second. Okay, I want to get as many readings as I can. My paid list is open. We can do some subscriber readings, but subscriber day is tomorrow. So if you do your subscriber readings today, do not expect them tomorrow. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay. What's it called? If anyone is interested, it might be too late to do a group glamour together for Valentine's Day because I didn't have enough time to promote it. I have 7 days left. Hex, yeah. What's it called? I have 7 days left. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. I just was like, it's just not enough time. So I'm gonna do a pre-order and start talking about the pre-order, or like essentially the booking, and you everyone kind of getting together to do like a subscriber price for the $10 only tier. It'll only be available for that one. Okay, yeah, of course. No, but yeah, I mean, Yvonne never has made, but yeah, thank you, I appreciate. Like I'm gonna do paid readings, so yeah, and also we can work on nails. But the second thing that I'm gonna include in there is we could do like a mini one, but so it'll be $7.77 for subscribers, right, for the $10 one. Okay, and then it'll if we want to do a glamour, okay, and it'll be $9.99 for non-subscribers. That was the original plan for Venus Day or 11/11. But I know a lot of people do $11, so I was like, oh, let's do $9. So that's like an option. And the second thing is, if it's just kind of too late because it's only 7 days left, we can do a new year, astrological new year, bringing in the new for what's it called, for Western astrology. Okay, so just be aware of that. Do magic. That's what I have for you. Do magic. Do a transmutation spell. That's it. That's what I have for you. Do a transmutation spell, or get a paid reading and ask your team, you know, what they want. But don't, if you want free advice, okay, don't let anyone, you know, like, it's like, okay, if they come at a comeback and you know you have like 50 better comebacks, use one of them. You know, use one of them. Use one of your comebacks. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, get friends, you know. Whatever your astrology is, if you're like a Leo, go look for an Aquarius as a friend, or go look for something. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of be aware of that. Kindness is the highest level of wisdom. For you, Dutch, not for me. I match energy. I match energy. I'm not gonna tell a 17-year-old girl who already has a bunch of insecurities to not match energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. It's setting her up for failure. It's setting her up to essentially go through people pleasing and have to go through a whole identity crisis when she's in her 30s. And I don't think she needs it. So hell no. Kindness, you can do it only after you've already kind of settled the score with yourself and kind of made peace and learned how to establish boundaries properly. And that takes trial and error. That takes making mistakes. That takes shadow work. That takes yelling, crying, and then figuring it out, getting over it. She only has when she's 17 to do that, because y'all are gonna like really be judging the heck out of her and be like, why didn't she learn better when she was in her younger ages if she acts out when she's 30 because she's fucking tired of everyone taking advantage of her? So no, I'm not gonna say kindness is the highest level of wisdom. It's a lie, okay? Not for her. The fuck? Hello? She needs to have a backbone, and she needs to be able to professionally say, no, like, I don't need anything to do with you. You and me, we have nothing. You don't pay my time. You don't pay my bills. You don't pay my advice. Get out of my life. You don't add value. I don't need you in it. That's it. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, after you've learned to kind of go through that, then I would say, yeah, kill him with kindness. Okay? That's it. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yvonne, you are first. Okay, and then what's it called? Only after she's done, after you've done a backbone, after you've done some self-love, yeah, you can definitely kill him with kindness, because you already got witty. Okay, hi. So anyways, so I mean, people do have opinions, yeah. I mean, people are gonna have opinions regardless, you know what I'm saying? So hi, Flood. Hey, hi. Okay, so anyway, hi. Oh my gosh, is that you, Ayana? Is that you, Ayana? I think that might be Ayana right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Yvonne, you are first. Yvonne, okay, I see that you sent it. I send back all divine teams, and I close the portals, and I call for it. Yvonne, and current on my current is current, you can fix current on my current is current, you can fix current on my current is current, you can fix. I connect with you. Emotional, spiritual, physical, emotional, spiritual, physical, emotional, spiritual, physical. I knew you were gonna head there, bruh. Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. Tree place, very beautiful. Oh, hex yeah. We love trees, okay? So just kind of be aware of that. So yeah. I'm actually Latina and Hispanic, not just an American, but thank you, I appreciate it. Small potions, I would say that's a small comment coming from you. The fuck? Hi. I'm like, what is going on, Malcolm? Okay, but it's okay. We all have our opinions. We don't have to agree. Anyways, I need the truth and truth only. How is this person taking the news? The truth and truth only. The truth and truth only. The truth and truth only. First of all, I need you to know that Jesus is not going to basically, what's it called? He's not going to be okay with it, and he's going to continue to essentially keep entrapping this the person that you care about. And he's also going to start showing up and kind of falling in line, I guess you could say. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right. Yeah, but it's YouTube, it's Twitch. This is what happened when we started on TikTok. Remember, y'all? Like, people think that they're keyboard saviors. I don't know. It's funny. 3, 2, 1. All we can do is keep going. Damn, I'm not gonna lie to you, Yvonne. Okay, this person is not gonna see it coming, and they're gonna get hurt, like really, like, oh my gosh, I need to do anything to salvage this. Ah, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm from South Texas, but I've been all over the world, and there are some countries that I would like to still travel to, but yeah. Anyways, I appreciate it. We have Man Down by Rihanna. This channel sounds like serious. This person does not know what to do with the two. I knew you were gonna take it there, but this person does not know what to do because they didn't expect this. They didn't expect someone of your caliber to be able to have the audacity to basically call them out and say, hey, like, what's happening right here is not okay. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm married. He's right there, loving on us. Let me get my, right there in the background. Let me get the, here we go. All right. But I appreciate it. I am 30. Made it to 30 so far with this crazy economy and this crazy life. Somehow, I was one of the 2012 babies that was like, I guess, is the world, you know, leaving in 2012, bro? What's going on? What's going on, bro? So when, after the big reset happened, I was like, well, guess not. Okay, we're still sticking around. So yeah. Anyways, continuing. I think I cleansed them, but I'm gonna cleanse them again, one more time. Cause I didn't mean to hurt it. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't even finish shuffling. But if you are wondering if this is the best decision, yes, honestly, because what's it called? Oh shoot. Yeah, he does not believe you're gonna X him out that quickly. Okay. He does not believe that you're gonna X him out that quickly. He thinks that he can work his way in. I don't think that he's going to. I have no kids. You all are my children. I teach you all. My children are my community. Huh? We have an old man schnauzer. Okay. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is what's going on with this person. This person will not yield. This person, we have the 2 of Swords here. We also have the 5 of Swords here, okay? This person thinks that they can essentially like renegotiate. They're like, okay. I'm sorry that I was mean to, you know, your little friend, basically. This is the way that this person is kind of coming across, right? I'm so sorry that I was mean to your little friend. I didn't expect her to have so much influence over you this quickly, okay? This, that, and the third, okay? But you already expect this, so just kind of be aware of that. Like, you're already being told, you already kind of figured that this was the next step that was going to be happening, so you already know how to kind of progress. It's still going to go through, okay? This person is just going to kind of be in this energy of like, I can't believe I was defeated. I can't believe I was wrong. I can't believe that this is kind of the energy on where we're at right now. I can't believe, like, after everything we've been through. The thing is, though, like, this person legitimately never, ever expected to get caught or expected somebody to basically pull the carpet under their rug and shine a light on all that they've been doing up until this point. Does that make sense? Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. And they're about to go through some serious shadow work. So good job with that. Basically some sitting down and kind of like asking themselves like, why do I do this? Or I was outmatched, or I was checkmated. I need to like accept fate, right? And basically this is just kind of justice, right? Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. We have the 3 of Cups and we also have the Justice card, okay? We also have the Page of Pentacles here. Like a new beginning is going to be happening. Like you both are going to be seeing essentially like abundance kind of take fold and things like that, because this is like a new outlet of the way that finances are going to be working for you. But this is also recovered lost asset that essentially was taken from the past from this person and now essentially given back. So you could literally see it as an insane return to center, right? From all time, right? Like a literal declutter of like, hey, all the years that you effed me over, I'm cutting it off and I'm gonna get the abundance for finally cutting you off, you know, because you're not making me money, you were costing me money, basically. So just be aware of that. Damn. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's gonna be their response. They sowed the hand that they are reaping. Karma. Okay. Anyway, and what is the energy towards you? We got a little bit of the energy, so we're going to continue on it, okay? Remember, for sub-dates, 3 questions max, just as a heads up. And then if you have more questions, you can get on the paid reading. Oh, girl. Honestly, your ancestors and the ancestors are pretty happy. Honestly, this person believes that you have a secret weapon that, you know, obviously he doesn't have. He cannot be physically intimate, you know, with this other person. Damn. That's the way he's feeling for you. Okay, you saw me shuffle the cards. We're the King of Swords and Reverse. This dude is pissed. Okay, he's pissed. He's groveling. He's not listening to reason. And he will be coming back in a few weeks. Kind of getting over it. Coming from more of a place of respect. And basically kind of putting his tail between his legs. And just essentially saying, okay, you know what? I'm sorry I tried to split the two of you up. I'm sorry that I have not liked her since the beginning. I'm sorry for all of the things. Can I please be let back in? I do not want to affect this in any way, shape, or form. Like, I've learned my lesson kind of thing. So just kind of be aware of that. Like, I will be faithful. I will be loyal. Like, I will do the right thing. Like, that is essentially like what's going to be. Yeah, like he will. No, this is for the, yeah, that's for the second question. Yes. Okay. He will fully heal and essentially start playing part of the family because he's like, I messed up. I was caught. I had my tantrum, my bullshit tantrum, my man-child tantrum, and I'm done, right? Like, I'm done. That's it. Finito. Like, it's over. Like, okay. Like, I hear you. I don't want to mess with my money, you know? He's like, I get it. Like, you have set your boundary and I'm not gonna fuck with you anymore. Okay, basically. It only took a few years. And the final question. I told you he was. 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 And I told you he was. And I told you he was gonna continue to be there for the rest of your life. And so, I'm not surprised. And it happened. Like, I knew he was there in December, but he disappeared. I was like, okay. And so I was wondering if he was going to show up before his birthday or before both of y'all's birthdays again. But what's it called? For $1,000, I can definitely show you my feet. Always. $1,000. That's the price. All right. Anyways, I love showing my feet for a grand. Yeah. Anyway, that's for the second question. Anyway, so pretty much that's what's going on with this person. So I'm going to go ahead and send out this energy. We're going to go ahead and move over to the third question. I send back, I send back, I send back, close the portal, close the portal, close the portal, send back the energy, send back the energy, send back the energy. And girl, we're going to get the whole complete answer. You're about to legitimately like be flabbergasted at what's about to kind of come in. But just know it's about to get crazy. Current time, like kindness, kindness, you can't fix. Current time, like kindness, kindness, you can't fix. Current time, like kindness, kindness, you can't fix. I connect to the emotional, spiritual, physical, emotional, spiritual, physical, emotional, spiritual, physical. Show me the truth and truth only. Show me the truth and truth only. Show me the truth and truth only. No nasty energy attached. No nasty deities and no nasty ancestors. Wipe your them to the gods and goddesses. Wipe your them to the vibrational beings. Wipe your them to the folk saints. Wipe your them for the truth and truth only. Clean connection, no misdirection. Wipe your them to the ancestors and same alignment for that is good for you. Wipe your them to our ourselves. 3, 2, 1. What is this person's energy? So obviously back to loving you, you know, back to basically being in your presence or in your energy, okay? This man fully believes he's in love with you. This man fully believes that you are the answer to all his problems. This man fully believes that you are the person that got away. This man fully believes that somehow, some shape, some way, some form, you will come back. His level of delulu, you know, it's admirable because, man, I swear, like, if I saw that, you know, who I was going after, if Nick was in the same position as you, I legitimately would, what's the word? Have given up. But this man, whoa. All right. Damn. Oh, girl. Okay. All right. I told you it was gonna be crazy, and it was uglier than I thought. Okay. Oh, first of all, he's not over you. Second of all, he doesn't want you dating other people, and he does not think that he does not think that he will find anyone else. He is dead set. He has never been sure, but he's still playing games. He like full blown has lost the plot. This man is lost in the sauce. He's not the pretty kind of Delulu. He's the bad kind. He's down bad. This man is not okay. He's gonna do something about it here pretty soon, and don't be surprised if he continues to try. Honestly, he's desperate, so I'm not gonna lie to you. He does not think that talking is the answer. He legitimately 100% thinks that rituals are the answer. Damn! And he wants to dominate you. He wants to force you to settle for the BS that he can provide. He has no plan, no future, no money, nothing to offer you, no future, no, he wants to have like kids, he wants to have all this, but like he has no way of actually obtaining these things, right? He wants to treat you like a queen, but he has no way of obtaining these things. He wants to, comply with what you are asking for, but he has no way of obtaining, and it's not true. Like, I just want you to know, it's not true that he has no way of maintaining these things, but he believes that it's just too hard. And he's like, you're so much better at it. Why do I have to figure it out when you can? How about I'm the girl and you're the guy? He legitimately thinks that he can convince you to be the provider. And it's like, it's one thing if he wanted you to kind of build together, but he wants you to fully do everything while he reaps the benefits of living in your house. Okay, because life's too hard for him. But he still believes that even if you don't provide, somehow, some way, one day, he will get himself together, basically stop making excuses, stop dragging his feet, and start working towards the goals that he actually wants to pursue, right? Right now, he's in his feelings, but he's gonna, kind of move on from all these things, and he truly believes, like, I will be the one. I will remove who you're currently with, okay? So just kind of be aware of that. And he knows you know. He knows you know. But it's the same old promises, okay, honestly. And he might like your stories and kind of just show you, hey, just like the Notebook, okay, he kind of just believes, you know what? Does he... Dang, he hasn't seen me yet. I feel like he's ignoring that because yes, he has. I was just about to say, when he saw your story, right? But he's using a fake account, or he's asking a friend to check, okay? So just be aware of that. He does know, but it was too hard for him to see it in real life. So it's almost like he kind of asked someone, can you check for me? I don't want to check because if it turns out to be true, like, I'm gonna fucking lose it. That's the one that got away. I'm like, you let her get away! You literally, she was right there, said, let's do this. And you said, no, it's not the right time. What are you talking about? We're done. Next. Thank you. Next. Like, yeah, like, he put you through. It's insane to me because I'm like, he forgets about all the years. Like, bruh. Anyway, it's fine. Because you already moved on. The one thing I will say is that he's working on his anxiety first, I guess. Okay. But he truly believes I Can Do Anything on the speaker here by Chris and Steve. This man believes magic got you into this. Magic can get me into it too. So that is legitimately, dang, crazy people. My husband started to feel a shadow that won't leave. Yes. Okay. Like, yes. Okay. Like, he will never, ever stop haunting you. I told you, he'd rather be in your life as your shadow or enemy or friend than nothing at all, because as long as you let him in your life, he still has a chance. Point blank, period. If you're the one, he still has a chance. Okay, he doesn't think like, oh, let me respect these boundaries or whatever. I mean, it's not true. It's not reality. You know, like, it's to a fault because he has to be in a position of confidence to actually follow through on any of the things that he's telling himself. But for now, he's just choosing to kind of be a shadow because, well, he's embarrassed. So, yeah. All right, that's what I got for you, girlie. Jeez! You got your husband, you got your life, you got everything going good for you. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. This is just something on the side. Like, don't even pay it no mind, okay? So just kind of be aware of that. All right, girlie. I stomach your team, I stomach your team, I stomach your team. I close the portal, close the portal, close the portal. I stomach your energy, stomach your energy, stomach your energy. Thank you! I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward. Is there anyone on the channel song list or paid list or subscriber list? If not, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candle orders, but 3 of them are mine. So yeah, just let me know. Also, my paid list is still open. I will be open. I have a nail appointment at, I say 6:30, but 6:30, 6:45. Hex, yeah, Floyd, yes you can. Also, hi, Floyd. So just kind of be aware of that. I send back all divine teams and I close the portals and I call forward Floyd. Current on my current is current, you can't fix, current on my current, current, you can't fix, current on my current, current, you can't fix. Connect with the emotional spirit maps, emotional spirit maps, emotional spirit maps. Go show me the truth and truth only, show me the truth and truth only, show me the truth and the truth only. No nasty energy attached, no nasty deities and no nasty ancestors. Wiping of them to the gods and goddesses, wiping of them to the vibrational beings, wiping of them to the folk things, wiping of them to the truth and truth only, clean connection, no misdirection, wiping of them to the ancestors and same alignment is doing for that. It's good for you. And we're happy to give to our higher selves. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Hi. All right. What do you absolutely need to know? First of all, you need to know that if something ends up working out, it's okay. If it doesn't work out, there will be another way to obtain that goal. So that's the first thing you need to know. Second of all, what else? Channel song 3, 2, 1. That was Paranoia by Carly Pearl. 3, 2, 1. What's your main channel song? Oh, girl. Okay. You have a lot of luck around you. So essentially they're saying like the roads are going to be opening. Ooh, I feel like this is talking about your ancestral gifts that you're going to be receiving before February 17th, before the solar eclipse, or by the solar eclipse, or sorry, the solar eclipse. Oh my gosh. The eclipse. Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. The eclipse on the 17th is going to take fold, is going to take place, and you're going to be given ancestral gifts. Those gifts are going to be in terms and themes of your luck. So pay attention to your 9th house in your astrology chart, in your Vedic chart though. And pay attention to your rising. If you end up telling me that, I'll give you like a mini synopsis over here on Discord. I'll top it out. But give me like 3 business days. To essentially kind of prepare you for what is going to be coming. I don't mind doing mini $50 like April 1st readings, astrology readings, if people are down. Later on, I'll introduce the astrology readings to the live, but since we're starting from 0, or not 0 anymore, but since we were starting, you know, from moving from TikTok, I'll give it some time. Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. Also, thank you. I appreciate it. If I get a channel song today, oh, you can get a question tomorrow. Hello, you can get it's a channel song every day, and then it is questions are Sundays. Okay, sub day questions are Sundays. But you know, I do have some good news. Okay, we are gonna be playing around with the subscriber thing. Okay, I wanna really like walk away from readings and focus more on channeled songs, because the channeled songs kind of provide the answers that you really pretty much need, and essentially start giving y'all the tools to essentially like fix it through via self-concept PDS, or like a monthly, like I was thinking about doing like a self-love date, or like do a spell with me monthly type thing, you know, for the subscription. Like I have a lot of ideas that I'm planning. Okay, it's just execution. Okay, but yeah. And I'm interested, how much will it be? For what? For what? Flor. I want to know where you are, man. Which country? United States. close to Mexico. All right, do a channel song. I send back all divine teams and I close of the portals. Okay, lucky girl, Carlina. Oh, you're talking about your astrology. It's $50, but that's a full-blown in-depth, okay? And I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to know for what luck is going to be coming, what ancestral gifts are going to be coming, what magic you're going to be able to essentially now tap into, and if you want me to throw in, you know, how your finances are going to be for the year or how your love life is going to be for the year, let me know and I can do like that. But that's like a full-blown thing. If you just want to know like a small synopsis or something mini like that, I don't mind doing something for $15, but it'll literally be like a small synopsis. Hey, like after everything I saw, these are the abilities I'm seeing that you're gonna be kind of like receiving from your ancestors. Okay, so however much detail you want, but yeah, let me know. All right, Melly. I send my call to divine teams and I close of the portals and I call for Melly. Current, I'm like, this is current, you can't fix current, I'm like, this is current, you can't fix current, I'm like, this is current, you can't fix that. Connect with you. Emotional, spiritual maps, emotional, spiritual maps, emotional, spiritual maps, go. No nasty energy attached to no nasty deities and no nasty ancestors. Wrap your thankful to the gods and goddesses. Wrap your thankful to the high vibrational beings. Wrap your thankful to the folk saints. Wrap your thankful to the truth and truth only. Clean connection, no misdirection. Wrap your thankful to the ancestors and same alignment for the highest good for you. Wrap your grateful thankful to our higher selves. Ooh, okay. Honestly, Melly, this is going to like our collective or something. Something's going on. I will do a collective reading later though. I will after the candles. For those, because I need to post a collective reading up on the channel. So if you are waiting for collective reading, that will be happening on this live. So just kind of be aware of that. Continuing, Melly, your team is essentially like showing you, like, you see, look at everything that we've done, look at everything that's transpired, look at all the blessings and the gifts. Like I told you, you were capable of doing it. Almost like this energy, right? Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Interesting. There's going to be toxic people that are going to be coming in your life, but you already know that. As your power is going to be expanding, I'm like, that was almost going to be your channel, and then I was like, because that was like an error. I saw it, and I was like, no, that's not the channel you want to know. You already know that. I was like, why are we repeating the same thing? Okay. But the reason why we're repeating it is because as your divinity is rising, okay, as it's rising, thank you, I appreciate it. As your divinity is rising, okay, so will like some haters, not so much like a bunch of new haters are gonna come, but I will say like maybe some haters that have been haters in your life will double down on hating on you or trying to limit you. But you are no longer allowing that to be the case, to be the distraction, or essentially to be whatever you were focusing so much on it before, or maybe it was still affecting you, or maybe you were still kind of like releasing a lot of emotions towards it, but you're like, you know what? I'm actually kind of free. I'm actually kind of done. I'm actually, it hurts, but I can still talk to you. I can still see you. I can still interact, you know? So it's almost this energy of like, I gotta go do me, dude. I gotta go do me. Let's see what else we can do, kind of thing, with divine feminine energy here. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. So basically they're just kind of saying like, hey, like you're gonna start to see what all you can kind of do. You might be assigned to, well, missions, but like not just selfish ones and not just ones to help your family. I'm sorry. You will be assigned like a real mission that has nothing to do with your benefit. I love you. But the aftermath, I can't talk about. But the mission will not benefit you in any shape or way or form. In fact, you might get sick. So if you choose to do it, be cautious, okay? Make sure you do your protection. It's the aftermath. There is a reason why we do get asked, you know, as spiritual beings to partake in certain collective things, I guess you could say. So, and everyone feels the call at different stages of their activations and evolutions and awareness. Some people just stay observers forever. And some people are meant to, you know, kind of pick up the torch and, you know, go. So you picked up the torch already, and you've kind of been sitting in the sidelines, I guess, if you will, because you had a lot of, like, you know, internal stuff to do. You were like watching the play, I guess you could see, if you put it in terms of sports, right? You were watching everyone that was playing that was really good. Like, you made it to the team, and you already like succeeded in tryouts, and you were really good in, or like you started losing courage, but you kind of still kept showing up during practice. But now the big game's here, I guess you could say, and they've had you kind of sitting on the bench or on the fence all season, but now they're like, hey, we need you. So they might put you in a defense position. Just be aware of that. They're gonna ask you to, there's not gonna be anything crazy, it's gonna be something small, okay? Something within your ability to do it. And then the after is gonna be great, apparently. Damn, we have Me and You by Cassie. So just kind of be aware of that. All right, that's what I got for you. Hi. I sent back all divine teams and I closed all the portals. That is essentially what's gonna happen. All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and continue and move forward. Is there anyone else on the paid list or on the subscriber list? I already forgot. If not, we can move over or transition to... Actually, I'll do the collective reading first. And then we'll finish, because we can finish the live with the candles. Okay? Yeah, of course. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I love you. Mwah. All right. I'm going to grab some water, y'all. Yeah, I know. It de-stresses the mind when it's clean. Oh my gosh. I'm not wearing extensions. Nadia, I'm not wearing extensions, Nadia. Alright. I sent my call to divine teams and I closed all the portals. Let's do a collective reading. I'm gonna leave that there. Also, I found the fly swatter. Oh, wow. And I put it away. Let's get started. Alright, y'all. We are going to do Mayan astrology. I kind of want to tell y'all a collective of what ancestral gifts are going to be coming. So we will grab the ancestral deck. Fine. All right, here we go. But this is so worth it. We're gonna cleanse it with 3 different incenses since it's a collective reading and people do work with different spirits, but I feel like ancestors of all kind are going to be essentially, you know, kind of coming in, so just be aware of that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Damn. The first thing that the collective needs to know and understand is that we're not going back in time. For those of us that are in denial or that keep reminiscing in the past, or and that essentially there was people that were trying to revert things, or like, oh, I missed 2008, or oh, I missed 2012, or oh, I missed 2016, or I missed before COVID, or maybe even like, oh, I missed COVID time. Even some of us are like, oh, I missed 2023 or whatever, right? But we're not going back. That's just it. Like, we are not going back. There's a reason why we were asked to essentially be part of this world at this time. Damn, we had our strengths tested for sure in this life. That is what, and you know what, The reason why we can't go back is because the universe and our ancestors, which finally the rage and the wrath of the ancestors are essentially like they're done. You know, they're ready. They're like, bam, we need something new. We tried it for millennia. We tried it for, you know, tens of hundreds of years, because it was a couple hundred years, right? And it just didn't work, right? It didn't work. It keep the same mistakes, keep the same cycles and the same mistakes, the same spirits keep having to come kind of interfere. Like, it doesn't seem to matter how many times, you know, they reincarnate, you know, certain spirits or certain entities or certain energies or certain people to become human, to essentially come, you know, live your best life. Like, we were in one direction and now we have altered our state of reality, and they are like, I'm fed up, bitch. Where you wanted to alter the state of reality where we were not going, and they're like, we don't want to put it back, because putting it back, the system was broken. Okay, like, the system was broken, like, point blank period. Okay, so they're like, we want it to go forward. I don't want my grandchildren's grandchildren ever having to worry about what is race, or like, they really want to essentially, like, they don't want for us to just be grateful for the bare minimum anymore, pretty much. Okay, it's almost like this energy of like, no, like, the power imbalance is essentially like too much, right? So this is essentially why they're like, we're gonna give you our abilities. I feel like there's some seriously old ancestors coming through though, like really, really, really old, like as old as it can get, as close as possible, like almost like the first people that kind of like came upon some of the dark mothers or some of the goddesses, right? Some of the planetary deities for in Vedic astrology and in Hinduism, right? And essentially like kind of like picking up, like they're like, you all have been using your tools essentially for all of this, but you haven't been using your abilities and your tools, as you've been doing it for love, you've been doing it for money, you've been doing it keeping the machine going. But they're like, but you have ancestral power, like, bro, you know, like, you can talk to us at any time. You can connect with business merchants. You can connect with royals. You can connect, like, somewhere in your lineage at one point or another, somebody discovered how to kind of get your whole generation out of the mess that, or your family's generations, right? Out of the mess that it's been in, if it's been in poverty, whatever the issue has been up until this point. And they're like, it wasn't this hard. And when it got this hard, they're like, war came, right? So pretty much with this energy, we have the judge in reverse. They're like, whatever divinity has been judging up until this point has had some rose-colored fucking glasses, and we're done. They have been able to build up all this energy, especially with us kind of laying down offerings and empowering them, not as deities, but again, as your personal ancestors, right? Like, your family's ancestors. And they're like, we are going to correct the wrongs, because these are some wrongs that have been wronged for a really long time, and we're done with it. We're fed up. Okay, so they are gonna cause massive chaos, not towards us, but to people around us. And I can't say who, but I hope you know, those that know me, go read the success story in Discord and you will know who. Okay, so just be aware of that. So what's it called? That is what your ancestors have to say. Okay, if you don't like yapping, get the fuck off my live, bitch. Science soon, shut the fuck up and get the fuck off my life, because no one gives a fuck about your opinion, especially not me, bitch. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Like, get out of here. Like, come on now. Get me paid. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate it. No one cares about your bitch ass. Let's continue. Because honestly, I'm just like, bro. Okay. Let's continue. I know you're mad, bro. I know you're mad. You're part of the collective that's gonna get the karmic whip, huh? Yeah, probably. Anyways. Oh my gosh, it's going to be continuing to come in waves. So just be aware of that. Connect to water, or essentially like if you ever want to have the past kind of washed away, don't ever forget to essentially like connect to water. Like go to the lakes, go to the ocean, you know, go to the river, set intentions before you drink your water. Water restores or has memory retention in it. Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. So just kind of be, and then, we do have the blue monkey in reverse. Thank you, Melly. We do have the blue monkey in reverse. Some people are not going to see it coming whatsoever. Essentially the things that are going to be stripped off them because they're used to succeeding. They're used to getting their way. They're used to essentially like maintaining their status quo, not maintaining peace, because essentially they use, you know, narcissistic, like they're like, what, there's no reason to break the playbook when the playbook has worked for thousands of years, essentially conquering. But spiritually and energetically, we are not in that energy anymore. Okay. Damn, root race blue. There's just too much spiritual energy kind of like lurking in the deep depths of the water. And a new beginning is going to be unfolding, okay? Emotional intelligence has got to be part of the status quo now, okay? Emotional awareness, social awareness, the whole 9 yards, like being able to fully read the room. People are no longer going to essentially, like, I feel like people are just kind of like fed up with essentially no community and essentially just the way things have been ran and where everyone is now at. Like everyone is suffering. Like only a small amount of people are actually like making it. No one wants to get real jobs anymore. Like it's just going, it's getting more and more and more derailed, allowing these people to continue to allow us to, or to basically like we say that they allow us, but like, so that's why ancestors, the dark mothers and the universe are like, no one allows you to do shit. Okay. No one allows, thank you. No one allows you to do anything, okay? You accept and you say, hey, like, this is what's gonna happen. This is what I'm putting down, point blank period, and that's it. And you essentially have to stand your ground, basically. And they're tired of that, right? Your ancestors and spirit and the deities and the planets, like, they're tired of it. They're tired of people having to basically, you know, do the ultimate sacrifices or do the most extreme just to essentially get a small win. Okay, they want to even out the odds. Okay, it's like you're doing the most for breadcrumbs, and they're like, when there's a whole other collective of people that do absolutely nothing and they thrive, what is going on here? They're like, no, we're done with that. Got me tripping. Oh, you're gonna fall in love. You are going to fall in love with your new reality. You are going to fall in love with your new life. You are going to be, it's not gonna feel like you, there are some parts of the collective are gonna feel like, do I have imposter syndrome? Okay, so just be aware of that. And it's almost like this energy of like, whoa, like, yes, you are meant to do this, and yes, imposter syndrome is part of the issue, but you don't have to worry about essentially not performing or not following your destiny. You just have to show up, and then your ancestors almost like, it almost feels like embodiment, because you can kind of, I guess the best way to explain is like, when you first start with the cards, right? When you first start with the cards, you have no clue what's gonna happen, and then maybe you read the book, right? Then you start kind of deviating and moving, and you start understanding exactly what they're telling you. Then you start pairing it, you know, you keep training, whatever the case may be, right? And a lot of us, we got all of these rites of passage. Like, we became influential, or we were able to transmute. We were able to unlock some magic. We were able to understand certain concepts, and people were just like, is that just it? Can we do nothing about it? Like, yes, you can, you know, you can do something about it, but you have to actually get up, go buy the material, do it, show up every day, stay consistent with it, even when you don't feel like doing it, and stay disciplined, right? And then go back home. Okay. And then change make the system easier for you after you've earned the mastery. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and see what tarot has to say on the situation. But you will definitely, there's going to be some people in the collective that you might feel like maybe my time has passed. You might feel like, nah, like, you know, it's I'm too shy, or no one wants to invest in me. It's like, no, girl, I'm telling you, like, no human, no destiny, magical being, right? I am telling you, no one else can do this job. So don't even worry about FOMO. Don't worry about being teased. Ancestors are like, we are so tired of them saying, okay, you're going to be stable. Okay, actually, we have to do all these things. Okay, you know, the ancestors are tired of reporting back the, now this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. I am so sick and tired. Like, it's almost giving like, I've been listening and binge listening to Kendrick Lamar, and I love the moment when he essentially in Humble, when he says, I'm so tired, sick and tired of the Photoshop, show me something, right? Basically, he's like, I'm so tired. The team is saying, is like, collective team, right? They're saying, we're so tired of the same runarounds. We're so tired of the same insanity. We're so tired of the same type of magic. We're so tired of our children or our generations having to do the same stupid bullshit that accomplishes nothing or accomplishes little or it's like, but these people, they don't even move a finger. They're like, we literally just got confirmation. Like, this isn't just conspiracy anymore. Like, we did, and we see that these bitches aren't doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so essentially, like, the teams are like, we're done with that. You're done. They're like, you're done lying, cheating, pretending, universe or whatever spirit that was here kind of deluluing, manipulating the masses. Like, you're done. We are taking over. Like, it's time to get some serious success. Not in a few years, in a couple months. Okay, we only have this year, right? They're like, you literally only gave 1 year of a timeline before everything kind of goes to shit again in 2027 for Vedic astrology. Okay, so they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we have to move today. Like, we have to move yesterday. Like, why didn't you tell us this 2 years ago? And they're just like, oh, the bigger spirits, well, you know, is all they're kind of giving back. So basically our teams are like, okay, that's not a response. You know what? Effective immediately, you will start concretely, essentially respecting these blessings and all the systems that you put in place for you telling us to kind of do it, right? And you will be matching concretely, you know, the way that you treat them, also the way that you treat us. Like, it's time. Like, when are they getting their karma? Because I keep seeing only these people getting their karma, but I don't see none of them getting their karma. Like, what's going on? Why do they keep defaulting on their karma? Why do they keep bypassing it? And it's just, and now the curtains are lifted, and this is where the dark mothers are like, I'll tell you why, right? Like, coming in with the chisme. It's exactly because this is a hijack, I can't really talk about it yet, but in the spiritual war, this is essentially what's going on. All these specific deities are helping that specific cause. These specific deities are helping this specific cause. This collective of people is doing that. This collective of people is doing this. So you have like a clash. Okay, like there's a scene in the Avatar when Azula and Zuko fight, and it's a very intense battle, and it's called Agni Kai, I believe. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. And it's almost like this energy, like it was like this red and blue, right? And they were just clashing and clashing, and so essentially like pockets of that were happening, but now the tides are turning. So they are talking about that, and that's what's going to be coming. And the reason why the tides are turning are because of the open road that's going to be forming, because people are finally waking up and understanding what they can do. hey, I can't just call in $50 to me, you know, maybe I can help banish a bitch, you know, out of existence, out of their seat, out of the office, out of their, if they are like a PDF file, right? Maybe they shouldn't have their position right then and there. Like, it won't work if they're not a PDF file. It will work if they are a PDF file. Put that clause in, okay? So just be aware of that. What's it called? And yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Is there any last messages that the collective needs to know? Can we talk about the gifts, the collective gifts that are going to be coming? Because you talked about the journey, you talked about who is receiving this, but what? Better judgment for some of us. For other of us, we're going to get loyalty. Some of us are going to tap into creation magic, okay? Some of us are going to get better judgment. When I say better judgment, I don't mean it like, oh, you know, it's better judgment of like, oh, I'm going to start making plans for my business or for this or that. I mean better judgment for the collective. Like, you're going to be able to see, okay, if I do this, it triggers this behavior in that person. It triggers this situation from that person, and it sets up my next 3 months, basically, or whatever. So when they say better judgment, they want you to start thinking like 6 months ahead, okay? Or 3 months ahead, or even plan 1 month ahead. And what does 1 month ahead from you, you know, want to essentially accomplish or do? We also have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Some of us need to let go of the past. So the gift is going to be letting go of the past, letting blockage removal, blockage removal, blockage removal. A big gift for the collective is going to be blockage removal, better judgment, better discernment, and staying loyal to the cause, and, you know, adding, you know, some creation magic. Some of us, well, we might go through a tower moment. I'm not going to lie. So just be aware of that. Or not, maybe you won't go through a tower moment. I'm sorry. For those of us that live inside a community that maybe isn't the best, like maybe you have roommates that are terrible, okay, they're no longer gonna fight with you. They're no longer going to fight with you. They're no longer going to make excuses. They're no longer going to be full of BS. There's not going to be opposing opinions. If you have a house and you set yourself up for a lot of clients or consultations or whatever the case may be, you are going to be stepping into a place of some sort of authority where, like, it will become a new normal that you're not challenged as much. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. Everyone is going to be experiencing different things. And then some people are going to be receiving justice. What do I mean by justice? Situations where the person was not meant to win, or the collective was not meant to win, but they did anyway because they cheated in some way, shape, or form. Spiritually cheated, right? Those people are going to finally essentially like have those blessings removed, effective immediately. Okay, effective yesterday. We will especially see that like happening because it was with the spiritual juice of the backs of the victims of those people, right? From them kind of like energy vampiring, or like trying and attempting to destiny swap. So that's why this justice is going to be coming in so deliciously, you know, perfect and in sync, that is going to be like, I believe again. For some of us that are super skeptical, that will be the pivotal point of like, okay, I never thought that this situation with my mother, with my father, with my family, with my siblings, with my cousins, with friends that are no longer my friends, with my exes or whoever, was ever going to get justified. And it has just become justified. That person has finally gotten their karma. I finally believe. So for the more skeptical side of the collective that is part of the collective, but they've been maybe like, I took a break because nothing ever happened, right? They are going to get justice. And because they're going to get justice, they're going to succeed. Like they're going to, you know, they're going to believe again. Okay. So just be aware of that. Damn. Okay. A lot of our Mercury is a very strange and interesting planet because Mercury can be very moldable and very essentially like influential, right? We know that, okay? So just be aware of that. What's it called? Mercury is going to be coming in and cleansing or blending our feminine with our masculine energies inside each human being, and getting rid of all the things that no longer serve us in some sort of absolute insane way, and then bringing back that energy that was stolen from us, and bringing also like this, like, oh my gosh, like it's time to take off, like no more waiting, no more, like let's just do it. If I was afraid before, if I didn't have the money before, whatever the case may be before, I'm not making that excuse. I just found the solution. Bam, let's go. Like, I know what to do. Okay, so just be aware of that. Like, and it's gonna be in some sort of like, oh, like the spirit's gonna be like, you thought I forgot about this? You thought I forgot that you were wronged here? You thought I forgot that you needed to give that up? You thought I forgot that they were treating you like crap? No. They're leaving too. But you know what's coming in? Blessings! Blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Your new life. Okay? Success. And you not struggling as much, but after this kind of final kapla of this tower moment. Okay? So just be aware of that. Damn. Okay? And people are gonna ask you, or people are gonna ask this collective, like, what was it like, or how did you do it, or why, or how, or what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's almost like they're still kind of caught in the crossfires, and you're already like, you already took off in the car, off in the sunset, put on your sunglasses, and had your like, nice knowing you, bro, kind of moment. And they're just there at the bus stop, like, how? Okay, so just be aware of that. So that's essentially what is happening. So that's what's going to be coming in for the collective, especially as it pertains to February 17th. So just be on the lookout for that. A major ancestral justices being corrected. Okay. That is what I got, y'all. Okay. And them being obsessed until it's all done. I send my call to divine teams and I close all the portals. We're going to go ahead and finish the live off strong with the orders, the candle orders that were ordered today. Okay. It is Saturday, so they are all Saturn related. Okay. Of course. Y'all, I got the fourth pentacle of Jupiter, and I got it consecrated, and it's coming from Rome, Italy, and I didn't even know it was coming from Rome, Italy. I was like, what the freak? I'm testing it though. I'm just testing it. Like it's not because I believe in it or anything. Like this is me just like testing this pentacle right now to see what it can do, because I already saw what some of the other pentacles were capable of doing. I'm testing every single pentacle. I believe there's 44 pentacles if I'm not mistaken. 555. Okay. So just kind of be aware of that. Yeah, it's been wild. It's been like, what the freak? Okay, so I'm warming up to Saturn. And yeah, that was really deep. Really? Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm like, bro, this is like another talk. I'm like, bro, you guys keep talking about this with the collective. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. I hear it every day, all the time. Like, I've been hearing it nonstop since Saturn entered Pisces. Back when I was still in my truck, this was one of my very first messages ever. And it was actually like, I had started a podcast with my ex, and we were talking about the comfort women in Japan and how depressing that had gotten. And so that was my secret thing that I had been developing for a really long time. So I can't tell you how much it, like, my heart, you know, was just happy and relieved, because Stephanie still ended up talking about the exact situation I was talking about, and brought up how there are people to this day who still, you know, push the story, okay, out. Okay, I'm married already. I'm married already, and I'm happy in my marriage. Okay. So I am using an unlocking incense. It's very important that you do an unlocking incense so that you already start kind of the energy of the open road. Okay, so just be aware of that. And then you can work your way into maybe like, so today's Hecate's day, but also today's Saturn's day. If there's any Capricorn related things that you want to do today, you can. If there's any Aquarian related things that you want to do today, you can. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. So what's it called? The only one that absolutely has to get done. Cleanse your plate. I like to use a pencil because it's connected to trees, and I work really well with nature energy and connected to, you know, trees, roots, root work. So, but you can also do color magic, which is just as efficient. It's literally just as efficient, okay? So I'm gonna write the client's name, and I'm gonna write their birthday. All right, let me get the birthday real quick because Loki forgot. The year. It's only the year. The rest of the birthday I remember. Okay. Okay, cool. I was right. All right. Hi. Thank you, Melly. Write your offering on the candle, okay? Like when you're scribing it, okay? Or carving it, however you like to work the... Don't forget to draw your protection symbols, and don't forget to draw... I would draw the road opener, because the reason why we did the unlocking is because we don't want to enact Saturn is it's very easy to have Saturn essentially like overwork you to when there's an easier way to do it, but for no reason, you know, dictatorly, you know, he's like, I'm gonna overwork you or make you work harder than you're supposed to and make you work longer than you're supposed to, because he still governs health, and and if there's no spiritual element to it, even when there is a spiritual element to it, he kind of still puts you through like a lesson, right? He's still a malefic planet. So you need to make sure that you draw in the right symbols, including like the road opener symbol, so that you can, right, make sure that he doesn't tie that in to your candle, because it's Saturday. But I don't feel any negativity from this person. Don't light it until you have done like your protection candles and any road openers first. You want to do those always first to basically kind of re-solidify. Okay, so it would be the order, like if there was ever a time to actually listen to this order, it would be this time. So it would be protection, road opener, or blockage removal, since we're in a waning moon, fine. Road opener, because we're still in a waning moon and it's Saturday. And then the candle that you're gonna do, okay? Or if you don't want to do all three of those, you can essentially like do like a banishing, like I banish the hard work, like that's not necessary to do this. So, but that's more advanced, right? And you would grab a black candle with that. Or you could transmute all the hard work energy into, you know, something else, something more productive. And you would do that with a pink candle or a white candle, or a gold candle or a red candle. Okay? You can also ask Lady Hecate to take care of the situations if you work with a deity. So you can ask Hecate, or you could ask La Santísima to essentially help you, since today is their day. I would not recommend asking Aphrodite. It's out of her scope, not in a mean way towards her. She's able to do anything. I don't limit anyone, right? But she will advise, she'll be like, I'm kind of taking care of all these. Can someone, maybe it's not my day, you know, I appreciate it, but you know, it's not my day. So she won't want to, like, it's not like a thing of like, oh, can she? It's a thing of like, I don't want to. And it's like point blank period, right? She's a goddess, so. All right, cool. Saturn will always be loving and forgiving if you are working on yourself. Well, to a degree. I would also advise drawing in the Mercury symbol, or at least the Virgo symbol, to concretely take care of it, because between now and March 3rd, you know, Virgo is going to be a major player in, like Virgo, the astrology sign Virgo, is going to be a major player in physically enacting the new reality, the rules that are going to be, you know, new for magic, what stayed the same, what left and what stayed, you know, and remembering. Pisces will remember too, but Pisces won't get the message of, because it's not Pisces' turn. It'll be on the axis, so Pisces will kind of see, oh, I see what Virgo's kind of doing, but it's almost like a kind of blurry, like it's from far away. So, but the ones that are going to get the full kind of message are going to be like super impacted, are going to be our Virgo placements, and everyone has Virgo placements somewhere in your chart, so pay attention to that as well. But you can also essentially like activate this as a rite of passage, or you can draw in. If you don't want to draw in the Virgo sign, that's fine. Draw Earth. Earth is a circle with 4 directions in the middle of it. That is you essentially, hey, I don't know my rising sign, or I don't know how to kind of ground this correctly. Then draw Earth, because you live on this planet. And you definitely want to be incorporating your ancestors with this, okay? No matter what. But only if you work with your ancestors. If not, incorporate your higher self. This is done. We're going to dress her up in a bit. We're going to move on to the rest of scribing the candles. Sometimes that's going to happen. The gold ones are a little bit different when it comes to melting the wax. So it's okay. It's not like a big deal. Just like re-stick it on. All right. I like how Saturn's also freaking like kind of channeling in through the channel song and basically saying like kind of you need to be in a place of authority. If you are someone that struggles with this, like maybe you're not a confident person, okay? A pro witchy tip is grab clove, okay? Like you can buy it at the supermarket. Put it under your tongue when you speak into the candle, speak it into existence. It'll naturally almost like call in the ancestor with the most audacity. So basically to just kind of like pull it forward, right? Okay? Does that make sense? And no, it's not. Just be aware of that. It is not. But I don't want that comment there because maybe. Okay. Perfect. All right, awesome. And what else? I'm gonna if you are doing protections, if you are doing like banishings, if you are doing things of that nature, I'm not gonna say the third thing, but karma related or justice work, that's what I will teach on publicly for this life. You can incorporate the Saturn symbol in this, or you can incorporate the Scorpio symbol or Mars, right? It's really dependent, right, on what you prefer. If you feel like you were crossed and you need to uncross yourself, you can use a white candle. I would use a white candle before you what's it called, do it, before you doing a black one. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. All right, and then if you decide that you want to do a transmutation, okay, you can incorporate the transmutation symbol now. If you want to protect your finances, I'm going to show you the symbol for it, okay? I love this symbol, but I've already moved on to another one. I love the symbol. It still holds power. If you want to call in money, if you need to do money block removals, and if you need to protect your money because maybe like you spend it easily and you suck at it, like you just, you know, I suck at keeping money in my bank account. I fucking spend like the fuck. The prices are crazy, right? So when you need like a little extra some, usually you can put this on a yellow candle or a green candle, gold candle as well, okay? So I've moved on from this symbol, but I do love this symbol a lot, so I will still incorporate it. Just there's another one I've already found that I'm going to be teaching on the curriculum. And so this is the symbol, okay? It looks like a flag on top. You draw a line across, and then it's like a cursive M, okay? And this symbol will bring you finances. But if you pair it with a blockage removal, if you notice that, like, you can also use this symbol specifically for money on crossings, okay? Like if you believe that somebody like hexed your finances or your wallet or binded your wallet to them, like, or essentially is like just, you know, not interested in you for anything other than finances, and you're kind of tired of being a pay pig or whatever, like, right, you're tired of just being there to provide finances, you can do this, and you can do it with a protection symbol, okay? All right, perfect. Beautiful. I would do a self-love candle or a heal my heartbreak candle. You can do affirmations as well and kind of speak over yourself. I would also make like maybe even do like cleansing baths, okay, to kind of wash away the sadness right off you. And I would incorporate rose oil, Venus oil, you know, things like that. Maybe a road opener too, because like it doesn't, just because you guys broke up right now doesn't mean that, you know, you're gonna stay broken up forever. Maybe you'll end up rekindling as friends in the future after everyone has kind of settled into their lifestyles, right? And then life becomes boring. They're gonna be like, oh, what's this person doing? Like, I remember them back from college. Like, let me just see. You can do a road opener oil as well, right? Like, and kind of just douse yourself. But that's only if you're not okay with the breakup, right? The things that I'm recommending is like things that essentially for you to change your outcome and not accept your outcome. But if you're like, you know what, it's okay, like I kind of just want to deal with the heartbreak, right? Then self-love, right? Like go meditate, go for a walk, cook, get to know yourself. What hobbies do you like? Immerse yourself in hobbies. Talk about it. You know, don't be afraid to talk about it. Get new friends if you want new friends, or start immersing yourself in hobbies that you like. So start showing up to the places that you know really enjoy, right? And you'll find your people. You'll find your people. Sometimes it does take moving to have for that to happen. So, but you'll find your people. Something that I like to look at whenever it comes to me connecting with someone, or if I know if somebody's going to be there forever or not, is I see if we have any kinship in our astrology. And also I pay attention to the astrocartography, like the city that I'm living in. Can I rely on the people there to essentially stay in my life long term? And I live in a city where Uranus governs me, so no, that's not true for me. So basically, like, people are in and out of my life all the time, and that's okay. But if I were to go to a city where Venus governs, you know, that, then I might come across a lot of people, for me personally, right? Everyone's astrocartography is different. That, like, I might have a lot of people, like, love me there. I might make money through my connections, my relationships, and my transactions. I will be more privy to signing contracts there because Venus is ruled there. So it's more in my favor, or there's more people like me, or I can actually contribute something to the community, right? Like a small business or something like that. Or when you move there, maybe you have nothing, and then out of nowhere, you just get all this money, and then you're just so happy, and then you pour back, right? Like you spend, like, right? So those are ways that kind of takes hold, and you would have never thought, and you just think, oh my gosh, I'm lucky now. It's like, no, it's because you went to the city where you're lucky, you know, you traveled there. Okay. Okay. I'm finishing just up the orders right now. I'm gonna tell y'all this one. This is about as much as I'm gonna go. If you're gonna do a domination, first of all, get yourself 2 things. An obsidian that you're gonna wear. Okay. Or an obsidian, what is it? Scrying mirror. Obsidian scrying mirror. Okay, this is from one of my experiments. Anyway, if you're gonna do a domination, it is purple, but just understand you have to have spiritual permission, or like almost to have gone through some sort of rite of passage to earn the right to dominate over someone else. You can't just like, I'm gonna dominate over this person because blah, blah, blah. No, like it doesn't work like that. You might get lucky once in a few, you know, once in a blue moon, and kind of limitedly, randomly be able to dominate people, but you won't successfully be able to dominate people, like, or anyone, if you haven't gone through earning the rite of passage, which essentially means that, like, they're not going to give you the right to dominate if you're going to misuse it, or what are you going to do with it. They want to know what you're going to do with it. If you essentially prove whatever it is that you're going to do, then If you're able to negotiate with them and you get them to say yes, right? And some people have gone that route and they are super successful at it, and that is the only way that they go. But the thing that I don't like about that is, like, you're just controlling everyone, you know? Like, you're not, there's no end game. You're just endlessly, mindlessly, numbly, soullessly just controlling them and keeping them, depriving them, you know, from their future. So it's just kind of like it's one thing. I do believe in domination in the sense of, like, I put on myself to remove my own stubbornness. For if I want to do something and I know I'm a stubborn ass bitch and I know that, like, I'm not gonna do it and you can't fucking convince me otherwise, I'm gonna do a domination candle on myself because I don't care. Like, I'm gonna do it anyway, right? And so how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna do a domination on myself, right? So essentially, I'm going to do a domination on what's it called, for the client, but the client wants to pass a test. So for this, you know, we talk to the ancestors, they're super on board. It's for passing a test, and basically they know they have bad habits of not studying, and instead of fighting with themselves, you know, and going through the whole external BS, they're like, you know what, can we just kind of cut to the chase, because I gotta pass on Wednesday and, like, I need it today. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So essentially, like, they have a deadline to meet. So if you have a deadline to meet, then that is when you can incorporate this, if you know you're a stubborn person, okay? If you believe that it's more related to anxiety, you can use an orange candle and do an anxiety removal, okay? But something that works really, really well, more than an anxiety removal, it does take the anxiety away, but it doesn't make you feel better, is a self-love one. Will make you feel better, take the anxiety away, and essentially remind you to eat, or remind you, hey, you still matter, you're still important, you're still amazing. We still got to do, a list of stuff to do, right? So pretty much, yeah. If you do a domination on yourself or on anyone, you, the practitioner, will face shadow work. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It just, some, like, the people that will be like, oh, like, a domination, I do a domination all the time, blah, blah, blah. They just got so used to it, they don't even blink or bat an eye or even notice when the shadow work comes. They just think it's just another Tuesday. Or they're just like, yep, this is the drama that comes with me eating my sandwich, bitch, the fuck? So just be aware of that, okay?
Wrote a song about that, you should play it. I get scared when I walk on these stages. I look at the crowd and see so many faces. Yeah, that's when I start to get anxious.
If you don't have a transmutation symbol, use the evil eye symbol. Okay? If you don't have a transmutation symbol, use the evil eye symbol. And you program it as your transmutation. Pair it with other symbols. Two transmutation symbols in astrology. You're gonna laugh. Most people think that the first one is Scorpio, and yeah, in a way, but okay. What's it called? The other one is Libra. This isn't against God. God taught this. Hello? Like, it's literally in the Bible to do a reversal. It's in Psalms 91. This is the Bible. Brazil, Stokey, 2137. This is the Bible. Okay? The Bible teaches reversals. Go read your Bible, dumbass. But anyway, no. I am talking to goddesses. But like, I'm picking the words from the Bible. I'm picking the symbols from the Bible. I thought that I was gonna go into some dark ass places. Nah, turns out those dark ass places are just for protection. If you want some serious messed up, like what the heck is going on, okay? If you want offensive magic, it's all in the Bible. Offensive magic is in the Bible. Yeah. Reversal is one of them. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'll read it to you. Here. The person says, those who live in the shelter of the Most High. So essentially it's you opening it up and saying, right? It's genius. It's them opening it up and saying, I activate this these words and I pray to the deity I'm speaking to. Okay. We'll find the rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Basically, that's them starting to condemn it. This I declare about the Lord. He is alone in my refuge, in my place of safety. He is my God and I trust him. Where is he? In the heart, right? For he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from deadly disease. He will cover you with his feathers and will shelter you with his wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection. Do not be afraid of the terrors of the night, nor the arrow that flies in the day. Do not dread the disease that stalks in the darkness, nor the disaster that strikes at midday. Though 1,000 will fall at your side, 10,000 are dying around you. The evils will not touch you. Just open your eyes and just see how the wicked are punished. That is a reversal. That is a reversal. Okay, and then in the Old Testament it continues, all weapons formed against me, all weapons formed against me shall not prosper. That is from the Bible. The Bible. Okay, so shut up. Don't do this, it's not godly. It's from your Bible, bitch. I'm not teaching them anything that's not in the Bible. Anyway, let's continue. So, what's it called? But I am talking to Lady Hikater. I'm not talking to God. You can make these candles and you can invoke God. You can ask God the Almighty to come protect you. God will literally show up. You will literally see pictures of Jesus. I don't know what that's about. It's probably because God is faceless, but you will literally start to invoke and you'll see pictures of Jesus, but all versions of Jesus from all over the world when you invoke, right? When you have connected to a deity, when you have connected to a god, when you've connected to a goddess, when you've connected to a folk saint, a Catholic folk saint, by the way, or just a non-Catholic folk saint, what's it called? You are like, you'll start to, something that happens when you connect to that spirit is you will see their photo everywhere. You will see you'll see their name, you'll see their photo, you'll see all of this everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, basically. So, what's it called? How that kind of transpires, or how that works, or how that ends up kind of like unfolding or happening. Okay, so yeah, so if you decide, hey, you know what, I want to pray to God, I would use gold, whites, and pinks. Okay, I wouldn't use any other color of the rainbow. I would just use those. If you wanted to do, and for the all weapons formed against me, you could do a white candle for that. So just kind of be aware of that. So basically, like, what's happening on this black, oh, I've been getting a lot of Bible people, and so I had to prove to them that it's Psalm 91 what I'm writing. So I kind of got lost in the sauce. Anyway, I'm doing it on a black candle, but you can do it on a white candle if you want. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. And if you want to do the OG reversal, it's Psalm 91 in the Bible, the Christian Bible, or a Catholic, or which. At this point, like, oh my God. But anyways, it's not in the Jewish one though. I know that for sure. It's not in the Jewish one. But I digress. I will go ahead and continue. All right. I keep on running back to you. See my days go without you. No more. I keep on running back to you. All right. So you could pair like whatever it is that your protection symbol is. You could draw the cross too. You could draw the cross. The cross is actually a banishing symbol, right? Like a banishing of all negative energy, but it can banish good things. So make sure that when you are setting your intentions, you are banishing bad things, not good things. You want to keep your blessings. Don't banish your blessings. Okay, cool. I'm glad that we have established that. All right. Okay, done. What did you make? You can set these up when you're doing more than one candle on yourself. So say maybe you're stubborn, so you do a domination. You need a protection. What is it? Oh, no.
I did fruit as well.
Okay. I'll take one later, but let me finish the candles first. My hands are dirty. That's why. But it looks really good. I will eat one. Thank you. Can you save me one?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You can do a diagram of a triangle for divinity. Right? If you were wanting to connect. If you're gonna do a transmutation, a diagram of like the cross, right, to banish it, or divinity to step into, feminine, energy. One of the most beginner friendly, takes care of the whole issue, is the circle diagram and the triangle. Okay, geometric shapes are very important, and incorporating the alchemy portion of your incantation, your candle work, your candle magic, and for those of you that you can look at this as a prayer candle if you are somebody that does follow God. Okay, if you are not somebody that follows God, you would look at this more as intention sending, anointing, and essentially like this is just like a candle magic, a ritual, manifestation. You can just kind of see this if you're a manifesting girly or a manifesting person. You can just kind of say, you know what, this is part of my vision board. Okay, that's it. And then if you want to, it doesn't get created as anything. The candle's just a candle. Nothing turns on, nothing. It's all going to be based off your belief system. It's going to be based off your subconscious belief system. So it doesn't, like, you need to make sure that you mentally prepare yourself subconsciously before you enchant, because you need to connect with your divinity to do it. If you're not sure, if you're not, like, do testers, okay? Do testers. Also, again, we are working with our ancestors over here. We're working with our ancestors. Today is Hecate's day. You don't have to ask her for help at all. You can just call your ancestors, or you can just call your higher self, and kind of do that. I wouldn't recommend doing any love things right now unless you're doing blockage removals, okay? for today, okay, and I would not recommend doing anything other than blockage removals or road openers today. If you're going to do anything related to finances, if you do not have the right material, because Saturn will fuck you up. Saturn has fucked me over like so many times. Saturn doesn't play, okay? Saturn's serious, okay? I had a client that bought a $65 money candle for me because that's one of my main ones that I sell. And I lit that bitch at 12:01 on Friday night. And Saturn, Friday ended. And I worked it as a Friday energy candle with Aphrodite, because I work with my ancestors, I work with La Santísima, and I work with Aphrodite, and I do learn from Hecate, but my main is my ancestors and my higher self and La Santísima. So you know, and I also work with La Virgen de Guadalupe. She is so beautiful. I love her so much. Okay, but my core mission in life is to eventually understand the planetary deities in Hindu astrology. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. I was born with Vishnu ruling my chart as an example, but I have other players, like, and that was just for the first 7 years, like in one of my dasha periods, right, as an example. But I'm not there anymore, right? Like, times have changed, things have changed, situations have changed, right? So just be aware of that. So like, who you invoke or who you call in will show up, okay? This is the geometry. And then if you are like, oh, I don't know, or maybe you don't have a great connection with whoever you work with, okay, you get this obsidian, or like I told you, get a talisman, okay, or get a tattoo. You can never go wrong. If you wake up with it, you know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. All right, can you moderate the comments, because Melly's trying to learn and enjoy the life, but Melly's moderating. Thank you, Melly. I appreciate it. I want you to enjoy the live as well. Don't worry about the comments. They're gonna come and go. Like, it's okay. You just focus on. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure Goldie has no idea we're live, and I forgot to tell her, so my bad, y'all. Also, my paid list is still open. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. I lied. No, it's not. Never mind. It's not open anymore. It closed 9 minutes ago, and I didn't even realize. All right, we're almost done. Okay. I'm going to do a blockage removal for this client because they have been struggling with self-love, and self-love attraction hasn't been helping them. So that tells me that either they're crossed, someone is crossing their self-love, or they are they have too many blockages, like they haven't released anything, so they can't receive because they haven't let go of insecurities or things like that, or anxiety. Okay. Who's in here? Venus came in. Okay, Venus. That's Aphrodite. Right there. Venus is ever present. That means that, okay, that's interesting. Today does kind of feel a little unusual. It doesn't feel like a Friday, Saturday. It feels like a Friday, but it's weird because we're in Saturday, but it doesn't feel like it, and it's so strange. So I almost feel like almost this like kind of exuberance or this jubilee between the planets. So there could be some sort of there's no more like at odds between Saturn. It's almost like Saturn's in a good mood right now. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, instead of Saturn, you can almost kind of, when you have done astrology long enough, you can almost kind of like feel, right, a little bit, right? It's no different than you wake up and you hear your partner go achoo, and you're like, oh crap, like, are you sick? And they're like, no. And it's like, yes you are. And it's like, no you're not. It's like, you don't want to. I said that this morning. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And so it's like this, like, and then the more that you keep kind of clicking in, the more that they keep denying, you kind of start feeding them soup, and they're just like, oh thank you, I was kind of craving it, but I don't know why. And it's like, bitch, because you're sick, but okay, like, sure. So like, and then next thing you know, they start feeling better. It's like, oh, I feel so much better. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Like, I feel so much better. Like, oh, I don't know what's happening. It's like, and then you start, because they feel good, right? Because you're in tune to them. So, this is how Saturn's feeling. Almost like this, like, let's start partying, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, I haven't been out. Like, I've been all like doom and gloom. Like, I've been so freaking serious about literally everything. Like, I'm ready. I'm done with that. I'm separating from that. Like, the ancestors, they got it. Like, they got it. Okay. Like, what's happening? Like, there's almost like this extreme, like, I don't know, cockiness or confidence coming from Saturn, and it's even making Saturn be in this position of like, you know what, Venus, usually you piss me off and I can't stand you, but you know what, Venus, like, you cool beans, like, you my peoples. Like, I'm like, Saturn, you good, man? Because Saturn's friends are Mars, Ketu, and what's it called, the sun sometimes, not really, 50% or less actually, but they have like almost like a crush on Mercury, I guess you could say. They're extremely friendly with Mercury, okay, but no matter what, but if Mercury starts hanging out with the wrong crowd, like with the wrong planets, Saturn starts getting irritated or territorial around Mercury. So yeah. It is such a strange vibe. In astrology, they teach you about the relationships between enemies between planets, right? Or when planets are on planetary war and things of that nature. And it is just so fascinating, the random things that set off, you know, these energies. Like, who said you could be next to me? I don't want you next to me. And it's like, hold up, what? But and how much the zodiac actually matters as well. You can also put them into a diagram of a crown. The diagram of the crown is to invoke your higher self and to invoke personal power. No other deity whatsoever. Literally just you, not even your ancestors. It's just you. That's the official diagram, candle-wise, for invoking. Just like if you wanted to do it more as a self-concept or manifesting, it would be, you would position the candles like 3 in a row, right? 2 on the bottom, and then connect them via the herbs, okay? and form a crown. And that would be, you are like activating your own crown chakra. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. And you are saying, I call upon my higher self to take care of this. The one that's already there, right? Okay. Hi. Okay. It's probably because it's February 7th, 2/7. So right now my big vapor inhaler's coming in clutch. I'm using this, but yeah, vapor, yeah. So eucalyptus is really good for banishing negative and warding you off your body off, like inhaling a ward off. It's a natural herb for warding off evil spirits, all evil spirits. Okay, eucalyptus does that, and it's found in, and camphor does that as well, and it's found, and mint in vapor inhaler. So, but also, you know, with all the candles that you're doing, make sure that you're protecting yourself, please. PPE, protective personal equipment, por favor. Gracias, okay? So today Venus could be shining through almost like numerologically, right? Like it almost felt like yesterday was Saturday and today it feels like more Friday. And this could be true because numerology could be playing a big role. So, okay, y'all. Now I'm going to tell you the thing. So, I truly feel like, let me do the offering here real quick, and then I'm gonna tell you. Okay. You can do a diamond as well for success. Okay. But I truly feel like, how do I put this? Numerology is going to play a big role in this year to come. And I'm like looking at the astrology, like things are not going to make sense the way that they used to. I dropped my pencil. Like what we think we know the planets for, where we think we know things like making sense or whatever the case may be. Like obviously probably through any new millennia or any new generation or any new era, astrologically speaking, the nature of the planets, they change just like a hairline. But last year we saw like the planets line up with each other, and it is major planets that are also like, I don't know if anyone remembers, but I do, that are playing big ballers right now as well, and played a big role in the election, and then played a big role in like what happened in January, and then 2025, not 2020 or 2021 or 2020, no, January 2025. If you know, you know. And like it's just been like continuously like happening. So with all the crazy things that are happening now, all these planets are playing major roles in essentially correcting everything that's happening right now with us. And a Saturday feels like a Friday, but still we have to follow Saturday's rules until February 17th. But I almost feel like they're just kind of, I don't know, some of the rules I feel like they're gonna get thrown out, obviously, but we don't know which. But I've been noticing these little correlations, like, hey, don't just say that this planet does this, this, and this, because you never know. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting what's coming at play. But numerologically, we are in the month of 2, which is relationships. That numerologically 2 is balance in relationships and is connected to Libra energy, which is connected to Venus. And we are in the number 7, which is connected to the 7th house, which is connected to Venus. And Venus is the exalted sign of, Libra is the exalted sign of Venus, right? Taurus is the debilitated sign of Venus. And Taurus is also governed by the moon and Venus, right? In Western astrology, in Vedic astrology, Taurus is only ruled by Venus. For the road opener, do not forget to add in your rising sign and to add in Jupiter. I would even also invite the sun, if I'm being honest. Like, whatever, wherever you need the road open, like, do you need it physical or do you need it magically? Then I would also incorporate either the sun or the moon, okay? So just be aware of that. You can even incorporate both. Okay. If you're okay with it being super, chaotic, then drawing Uranus, but I will not be held responsible when you are freaking the fork out, bro. Thank you for being on the live. Appreciate it. Alright. I'll call you if I need you. No, I'm just in case you're busy. Or you need your phone. Yellow represents our will. Okay, so just be aware of that. What's it called? The sun, you want to incorporate the sun into this, and it is associated with our will chakra system, so just kind of be aware of that. But this is essentially you taking the determination. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Gold is going to be the best one for inviting good business in. If you want to do gold and green, or yellow and green, because yellow is an alternative color to gold, so be it. Okay. But when you pair that color, you can get yourself to kind of do it because you will do it. You know, it's different than essentially like dominating yourself because you're too stubborn. Now, this is the opposite of that. This one is more like, I believe in myself. I know I'm going to do it. I'm determined to do it. Nothing's going to stop me. And like, that's it. I said it, right? Like, or I'm going to do it, right? Even if it hurts, even if I don't want to, or whatever. Like, you have earned the discipline, and you just kind of need that extra pep in the step, or like you need a road opener, or you need the opportunity to kind of come to you. Then that is when you would grab that yellow. Okay. You could use this. This would be amazing for small business owners. Well, obviously a bigger one. We're just doing a mini right now. Minis, I've noticed minis can kind of carry your, like, the business for maybe like 3 days, right? It'll bring you a little bit of sales. But I would really, if you're gonna do minis, I would at least do 3 minis to kind of make up for the fact that you're not doing a bigger candle, or do a bigger offering. Okay. That way, you know, they kind of know that you're serious, right? But if you have done minis, you worked your way up to major rituals, you already learned alchemy, you already learned all these extra things, right? And now you're kind of coming back to minis because maybe you don't need a big candle anymore. Maybe your alchemy is already working, or you already been experiencing some success stories and you just want to level up. You could come back to minis, and you can essentially do a bigger offering to your ancestors. You could also essentially do more self-concept or more embodying. But doing the novenas are very important. Making sure that you set time aside for them, because they're the ones that are taking care of all of these things for you. So make sure that you set aside like 20 minutes. Okay. It needs to be more than 15 minutes. I've noticed that when it's under 15 minutes, people do not get the same results. But if it's more than 15 minutes and you allow yourself to feel nothing, to just kind of be in the moment, you're not supposed to do anything. Once your brain is, if your brain is overthinking, okay, let it. All that matters is that you are listening to the novena, or you are like enchanting it, like that it's being spoken, okay, out of you, okay, because you are giving this a try. You would need to start with 9 days, because day 9 is the number associated to Sagittarius, which is the number associated to Jupiter indirectly, but through endings. Like, I have obtained this wisdom, I have obtained the spiritual energy, and because of that, now I have learned something. I have learned from my mistakes. I've moved forward in some capacity, right? And I've earned a small little right to kind of get this taken care of or for me, okay? But if you're gonna do novenas, they're not gonna be solo. Like, you're gonna be working with another energy. So you need to do your research on what energy you want to work with, if you want to work with another energy, okay? If you want to work with your higher self, one more time, just draw a crown, okay? If you want to work with nobody else, you don't want to work, you want to make sure it's just you, nothing else, nobody else, not even your ancestors. Maybe you don't trust your ancestors, or maybe you haven't done the ancestral work, and then your ancestors are over here like being rude. Don't work with them. Don't work with them. Or call in. I like to say the ancestors in my highest good. Some people like to say benevolent ancestors. Some people like to go through the hard like work of being in the trenches and for no reason, you know, basically going through the ups and downs and roller coaster ride that all ancestors may give. You have to understand that these spirits, they have their own agendas, okay? And when you are working with any spirit, you need to make sure that you see it more as like a coworker relationship, or like, but you trust your own spirit with yourself, and you trust your own spirit with whoever your main guide is. My main guide is my ancestors, okay, and the planets. Astrology, right? Those are my main guides, but it is directed or initiated through La Santísima, right? Who is the folk saint for removing oppression and crimes against women and children, and you know, kind of relieving people from their oppression or their misery, right? So just kind of be aware of that. That is her natural habitat, but she's not afraid to delve in places that, you know, all types of people were like, you don't belong here, whatever the case may be. And she was like, I don't give a fuck what you say, because she has her scythe and she's like, I don't give a fuck what you say, like, and she will tread, right? You can't tell her not to walk there. She's gonna walk there anyway. You don't say no to her, okay? I love her so much, but I've learned, like, you can try to say no and she'll just and until you kind of understand, okay, yes, but under these conditions, right? All right. Hi, gorgeouses. How are we doing, Melly? Melly, is this making sense? Mommy does what mommy. Yeah. Okay. this is a blockage removal to open up the roads, or to remove the blockages and obstacles. Blockage removals and road openers are not the same. Blockage removals are, you never had the opportunity and you basically carved a big giant hole to obtain the opportunity, and they decide if they, you know, if it's really in your highest interest. So they remove the obstacles or the blockages in the way because they're not, that opportunity wasn't meant for you, right? Or maybe somebody created a block and that opportunity was meant for you, but because, you know, of that block that was created, bam, like you can't obtain it. So you do a block removal. A road opener is after you've done the block removal. Okay, it opens the roads again to kind of like to open the path, like show me the direction. This is the way you have to go. That's why people pair it together. But a blockage removal is different, powerful, because it is, or some people like blockage removals, or they think that they're more powerful, but like, it's not that they're more powerful, they're just different powerful. They're just in a different sequence of magic, because road openers really, really bring you the opportunities as well and are really, really awesome. But they're your blessings. Like, they were already yours. They're just coming to you now. Nothing is in the way of them. The road opened. So you don't have to worry about distractions. You don't have to worry about like people trying to take them. You don't, or whatever the case may be, because now they came straight to you. Different than the block removal, right? You enjoying your whatever you're eating, bro? Smells good. Okay. And this one. This one is for releasing anxiety or removing fear. I had a client who came to me and they had gotten one last Monday, and they just got a mini, and it ended up helping them so much throughout the week. They were able to kind of just power through at their job and essentially like take care of tasks that they overthink a lot, and essentially they were just kind of more doing what they needed to do and less overthinking the process. So they were so relieved, because it was like, oh my gosh, I can. And it also helped them with being able to sleep at night, but it died off after, I think, on Thursday. So they got it Monday. It like cleansed them, or kind of like it had them, gave them that experience until Thursday. and then it basically like tapped out, like basically it all kind of came back. But they were able to rest, so that was really important. And it didn't fully kind of come, it just kind of stayed, you know, okay, like, you know what, I rested, I see that I needed to do this, I took care of all these things that were giving me anxiety, so I can breathe now, and now I can go back to my usual kind of life. I did all the crazy things that were giving me so much stress, and I can now move on, right? Bam, we're done. And if she ever needs it again, she knows that she could get the candle, or she can make it, or whatever, right? You could also use orange to release fear of success. You could also use it to banish imposter syndrome, okay? If you already have the blessing, the success and everything, and you're struggling to anchor in it because you don't feel like it's right. Name, birthday, your symbols of protection first, your symbols of road openings, cleansings, uncrossings, well, not uncrossings, unbindings, connecting to the ancestors, or road openings, Jupiter for that one. You could do a blockbuster, you know, symbol as well. You could do a transmutation symbol as well. Maybe, well, not maybe. The best one is going to be a transmutation symbol. Why? Because all that anxiety is already inside of you. So it'll actually make a difference to where you won't have that anxiety anymore. You might create new anxiety or you might not. But a chunk of anxiety. I think I made a candle color chart I can share on Discord. Oh, okay. What's it called? You remove, yeah, go ahead and share it. You remove that anxiety because this now energy in the transmutation process, like from the rest of this, right, has been severed. It's been transmuted and now turned into energy in your favor. So now you have less of a load. That's why I say that this is for a mini, transmuting your anxiety using the same energy that's already inside you that already causes the problem. You might as well use it to your benefit. Right? It's your own energy. It's already inside you, and like, you can get rid of it if you want, or you can have it work for you. Because what the fuck? Like, fuck you for trying to, you know, like, enslave me, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Now I'm enslaving you, motherfucker. That's right. Oh, like, so that's it, right? And it's just you against you. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's not like it's not you and someone else. It's just you and your anxiety. Like, and this is you giving your anxiety the final ninja move or the final boss, right? Like, basically you're like, I'm done with you, like, peasant. Just kidding. But you can be like, I transmute you, right? Into something that works more in my favor. And then what do you want to transmute it into? What do you want? Do you want more money? Do you want a relationship? Do you want a better relationship with yourself? Do you want a connection or a committed relationship? So you would use the energy and say, I transmute it into what? What do you want? So it's like magical authority, or I transmute it into me, like one step closer to me and my partner getting married, because I know a lot of people care about love, or I transmute it into my destined path, or getting closer to my goals, or getting closer to my riches, whatever it is, right? And then now, if you only had this much amount of energy, actually this much amount of energy that was being given towards your goals, and you had this much amount of energy being given towards your distractions, the bullshit, and, you know, all things that cause you misery and pain, and then you take these two out and you add them over here, what do you get? You get a balance out. Oh my god, it's a miracle. That's why transmuting works. You could use Mercury, would be really good for this because it's anxiety related, and it's in the realm of the mind, right? Or you could use the moon because the sacral chakra is connected to the moon. So, and the moon in astrology, in Vedic astrology, the moon is governed or governs our subconscious mind and all versions of our mind. Mercury only governs the part of our mind that makes it make sense or translates it to the, like, into reality, right? And also, like, how we consciously think, essentially, with all these other internal energies kind of working for us or working with us or working towards us, whatever the case may be, right? So you want to draw them both. You want to draw, if you feel like they are more subconscious, like you don't even realize that you have anxiety, then draw the moon. If you feel like you are perfectly aware and you know that you need to transmute it, or you need to, like, you're aware, you've done some work, right? You can draw Mercury and it should be fine. But if you're like, you know what, I want to be on the safe side, draw both. It's okay to draw both. But to be on the safe side, you would draw the moon sign. Because the moon governs all parts of the mind. And Mercury only governs how it, like, making it make sense, translating, basically. And also how you communicate it to others. On top of other things. Okay. You would also, for attraction time, when the moon is waxing, because we're still in a waning moon, I believe. What's it called? When the moon is waxing, you would be able to do a success attraction via the orange one. Or if you wanted to tap into your power and luck, orange. If you want to tap into more finances, green. If you want to tap into your willpower of any sort, gold. If you want to ground the manifestation, you want more energy, or you want more passion, or you want creation magic, or you want to ground it, or whatever, you want to motivate yourself, or you want to was grounding it, right? Or you want to reverse red with black, but red would be involved to basically bring it to the physical. If you want to banish, remove, and kind of just send away, for protection as well and things like that, black. It also can be used in reversal, and it should be paired, or a white one should be paired, essentially to do the transmuting portion. Like, the energy that you're transmuting has to get kind of washed first before it can become energy that you can use. So the black one takes care of that process if you're going to do a transmutation candle, or enchantment ritual you know, whatever, magic. But you also want gold to essentially you be able to kind of absorb all of it, right? How you want to absorb it will be dependent on you. You can absorb it in your sleep, moon, sacral chakra, or you can absorb it in the daytime through the sun. Get your ass outside and go ground and receive that energy, bitch. The fuck? So that's why you have to do all of the systems. You need to show up and do the meditation. You have to do it's a lifestyle. You have to do the candles. You need to, you know, maybe do spiritual baths or cleansings, home cleansings, right? You need to set up your altar. You need to do the offerings. You know, you need to do the things. And when you do the things, everything clicks into place. And then if you care about astrology, which I do a lot, and I base my magic on astrology as well as other things, what's it called? You need to check to see what energy you're working with today so that doesn't even interrupt you or stop the process or hinder the process. That's why I pay attention. Well, not the only reason, but in magic, that's why I would look at the energy. It's not because, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it today. No, it's like, okay, well, this is the energy I'm working with, so how do I want to connect this? From deity to ancestor to higher self to astrology, to get this kind of going to the physical, because today is blah blah day, right? And it's like, okay, well, today Saturn's the one, so karma's gonna lead, so this, that, or the third, or blah blah blah, and then connect the dots. And that's you doing a self-discernment or self-channel investigatory, right, energy. And they love that. Your ancestors do, the spirits do, your higher self the most loves that, because you're essentially putting yourself in like an investigator. You're checking it out. It's like looking at the reviews. Like, some people buy the product and they don't look at the reviews. Some people do all their research. They look at the item description, they look at the reviews, and they see like what was the experience people were kind of having, the whole 9 yards. Like, okay, why was that person getting this experience? Was it because of when they ordered, you know, the whole 9 yards. People can get into rabbit holes over random things when they care. If you care about this, or if you want this to be better, then you would kind of implement all these techniques. If you want to expedite the process, you can buy, you know, books, self-help books. You can buy PDFs. You can get a course or a curriculum, you know, from people that already have shown, you know, I don't know, I would do maybe a year or so of successes. And I would make sure that they've worked on more than 13 people at least, right? If you've already worked more than 13 people and gotten them successes, or if you've worked on every single zodiac sign at least once, right? You've done candles for yourself and them. Then I would be like, okay, yeah, like, let's go. Like, you're good, bro, you know? So yeah. I like how Saturn and Venus and Saturn, the spirits are saying with this channel song, like, you can't show up to it half-assed, you can't show up to it expecting them to be like your servants, or you to essentially like not do anything. Like, they are gonna provide the opportunity for you and open the roads, and things will happen, but you have to take initiative when it comes. As an example, if you are manifesting love, that's one of the ones that gets requested like all the damn time, so we're gonna talk about it. And we do some candles, and maybe they show up to the story. You tell me, or the anxiety, oh, it's not working, it's like, bitch, it's been 12 hours, bitch, let it work. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, calm the fuck down. Maybe we need to do an anxiety candle. You're pissing me off. Like, get out of my face. Like, if it's been 48 hours, okay, or so. But magic, you know, is gonna take the time that it takes. Sometimes the minis can take up to 2 weeks to kind of come to fruition. The bigger candles, the 7-day candles, they can take up to a month or two. I would be questioning after month 3, or redoing it after month 3. But if you will get tells, like, they will tell you as the candle's burning, nah, bitch, no te hagas way, like you suck, like, or okay, I want this, or shut the fuck up and get that out of my face, I don't even want it, right? It's literally dependent on their mood, right? And it's also dependent on your discipline or your consistency. And if they tell you no, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like, okay? Or are you gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have to go into negotiations because I don't accept this no, so name your price, bitch. You know, and then you go back and forth, right? It's like, oh, I expect undivided attention. You need to learn. You need self-love. I expect this, fulfill missions, whatever the case may be. And it's like, I accept 30% of those terms. Well, I need you to do 60%. I accept 35% of those terms. It's a negotiation process, right? So while that's kind of happening, and maybe the client, not the client, but maybe the person that they want in the love life, right? While all these negotiations is happening, the spiritual person is kind of like taking care of it. The offerings are being done, the whole 9 yards, everything's in the works. Now they have to go negotiate with their ancestors, the ancestors of the team of the person involved, right? And it's like, they're going to be like, okay, well, we accept, but these are our terms of conditions. It's like, no, until finally clink, right? And how does that clink usually happen? It never actually happens with, like, just us, I guess you could say. After a random offering that maybe you just kind of randomly impromptu were like, huh, maybe I should put this on there. I just don't know why, but I feel like I should do that. Or, huh, maybe I should try this, go here or do this. You'll get like a spidey sense, I guess you could say. Your intuition will kick in. That day, the day that you're going to receive it, there'll be electricity in the air, or it'll feel different. You'll feel like hyper, or you'll feel like, I don't know why, but I'm in a good mood and I'm scared or whatever. Maybe you'll feel butterflies or anxiety. A lot of people get nervous, or they think like, oh, what's gonna happen, or they think the worst, right, instead of the best. And then it's usually after like a really good, like, I literally said that, and I freaking like believe in myself and I don't care. And that's the moment where you trusted and surrendered. And you stopped having anxiety, you stopped giving offerings, you basically put your foot down and you said, I'm done, right? Whatever the case may be. This is only until you get to a point of comfortability with them. This is like the negotiation process. Again, I'm telling you this, right? When you hit, I can't speak for what those words are for you. I can only tell you like my first words. They're not my words anymore, but they used to be. And my old words from 5 years ago when I first started this, you know, journey, was like, I remember being like, I don't care, like, I'm determined, it's gonna happen, or some trigger, right? And I remember being like after that would happen, I didn't realize that those words, that pair of words, or that selection, that exact sentence, after doing like research, is connected to the willpower. And my Leo placements or fire energy took a lot of hold, and that is 50% true in my astrology, but in my Western astrology, but in my Vedic astrology, it's like, right? So things started to kind of make sense on why, like, things started clicking and setting, and I remember notating it. But in the moment when it was happening, right after, I would cry and I would put my foot, I would literally put my foot down, just kind of like looking up at the sky, looking up at the moon. And while other people would be like, what the fuck do I do, right? I would be like, I know this is real or something. And you know, because I'm on my walk or whatever, and I'm meditating and I'm like, oh, whatever, oh, right? It's like, okay. It's like, doo, 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 doo. And then my phone rings and it's like, oh, you heard me! I knew it! Like, right? And it's like such a moment. It is such a moment when it happens. The approval will come or whatever. In that time, Mr. Mustache responded and we were dating, and he actually asked me out. Like, it wasn't like, what the freak, and like, I'm trying to understand it, like, what in the, is he wasting my time? Like, are we friends? What's going on? I don't want to mistake this. I literally would, like, I'm over here having long conversations with my bestie, trying to analyze and figure out and decode and and I'm like, bro, all I had to do is put a fucking offering down. Okay, I went through all that, you know, shadow work and whatnot, and then he was just like, oh no, yeah, like, I like you or whatever, or bam, like I get a notification like, hey, like, do you want to meet up in person, and do you, like, can you teach me this, this, and this? And he didn't really want to be taught, but that was the ruse. And I was like, okay. So we went. I was the one, I had called him kind of venting, and it turned into this kind of like this whole adventure. And that was the happily ever after, right? That wasn't on a mini candle, but that was like that was after like a manifesting, a manifesting, what is her name? Hot high priestess, that she was selling self-concept. And she was giving people, but she was doing it the manifesting way, and that was like years ago. And I remember being like, what the freak, like, this worked, huh? And I remember, okay, cool, it didn't just work for other people, it worked for me, like, but I had to do all this shit. Is this the formula? So my little scientist, you know, put on my little scientist goggles, and 5 years later got to work, and here we are. So here we are with degrees later, like, yeah, I think it works. Oh my goodness, what a life, bro. Well, that was not 5 years ago with Mr. Mustache, but the whole me stepping into when I went through, I just used since we were talking about love, I wanted to bring like the most recent example, I guess you could say. But you'll come to your own like realizations, or things will open up. People that you didn't expect to reach out will reach out again. Definitely use the Libra symbol for that. Use Mercury. And I would even invite in Gemini. Okay. I would even invite in Gemini for communication. Okay. So yeah. I don't think I am anymore, because she changed the venue.
To where?
To her house. And I was like, what? I did not agree to go all the way over there. So I am, I don't know. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do, because I was like, that was not part of the plan.
Shower.
Huh?
Caos shower.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, there's fruit.
Okay.
And you can eat.
I'm going to eat after this candle, I promise. I'm going to make the candle, and then I'm going to tell you all the herbs really quickly. I'll dress it off the live, but I'm going to tell you all the herbs really quickly, right? We're going to use Saturnian herbs, okay? I'm going to eat, I promise. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. I have a nail appointment anyway, and I'm late to it, but it's okay. She'll live. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. I'm doing a circle because of how many candles we have. We have finished scribing on every single one of them, and all right. Sure. Okay. Thank you. Protection. Clove is always going to be good for protection. Clove is also good for domination. It's not the only herb, but clove is very... What's the word? Hi. Clove is very good for banishings. Okay? Alright. To disconnect your energy from the candle, you can use Florida water. To banish, you can use Florida water. To protect yourself, you can use Florida water. How you choose to use Florida water is up to you. This is just like 2 extra cautionary stuff, okay? If you're gonna do any reversals, this a client paper reversal, so you would add the reversal energy now, right? Okay. Since we're in a waning moon, you're gonna use the block removal oil first. It will work with the road opener, like, cause if you didn't make a candle as a block removal, it won't work as a, it won't act as a block removal oil. It'll work more like a protecting road opener. Okay. $29.96. You were born on $29.96. From last year, I'm faced by Dutch German. Currently, a huge state I'm born on. Okay. I need your location too. Huh. No, I'm just reading the
potential symbol
of astrology.
Oh, nice. Go on the website.
Oh. Okay. Email me your situation. We'll do a mini consult. For the first consultation is free. Road opener oil doesn't hurt any. Okay, so just be aware of that. I'll do like a little tiny synopsis just to see where I can help with. But you can go to majesticchaos.com and go book over there if you want to. Just book a consult, and I will send the consultation to your email. Okay. And we do have like a free consult on the first one. Grab there on the website. That way, you know, and just give me, you know, your location of birth, your time of birth, and your date of birth. So just repeat, and then your first name if you want, right? And let me know. Okay, right here. So can you send that to me via email? That way I can send you back, because we're going to finish the live stream in about 10 minutes right now. And I can get back to you via email. Okay? And it won't cost you anything. Because this live stream was a candle one. Maybe tomorrow we can do an astrology one. I haven't done an astrology live in 50 million years. You can use Capricorn oil for the banishing ones. The Saturnian herbs that you're going to use is going to be clove. You can use Capricorn or Saturn's oil. Hecate oil is fine. If you work with her, if you don't work with her, make sure that you don't use her oil, just to be on the safe side. A blockage removal oil. Those would be most of the oils. Then you, for the financial protection or any financial blockage removals or just protection in general, you would use dillweed, okay? If you want to attract more business to your business, if you have a small business, you would use this herb as well, okay? If you just want to have protection in general or for your success, you can use this herb as well, okay? But the star of the show is not going to be anything other than I put it. I might have not put it in here. Where did I put it? Here, there. Skull cap. This is perfect for connecting with your ancestors, something that, you know, people didn't really know. You can use skull cap to banish. You can use skull cap as the ultimate protection. You can use skull cap in your transmutation. It's a fabulous transmutation herb, and you can use it in your reversals. If you use skull cap, but skull cap is a very intense herb. Not just anyone can use this herb. Like, it puts you through a little bit of chaos. I have already gone through that, you know, so because of that, I'm protecting. Why are we protecting more? It's because we're in a waning moon and we want to respect kind of the energies that are happening, right? We're doing blockage removals. I connect very well to orange peel, skull cap, and poppy seeds. Poppy seeds, you can even use skull cap in, poppy seeds is good for the transmutation part. You can even use poppy seeds essentially to make it more natural, like you don't even realize that you are doing it because it just feels so natural, like, oh, it's like, oh, I was in the mood to do it, right? You can make it feel like that. Another thing is, like, you can also cloak yourself with it, okay? So just be aware of that. Orange peel is to invoke the power of Saturn, to channel it into the magic, okay? Orange peel is mostly associated to the sun and it's associated to Mars, but since they are friends of Saturn, it is okay to, you know, to essentially like use this herb in, and it's essentially just like an accelerator. Orange peel can be used with goddess energy, and orange peel, like both goddess, well, goddess is very much like it. Greek mythology, goddess is very much like it. La Santísima loves orange peel because it's a creation herb, but out of like kind of like, let's like get the momentum, like let's go, you know, it's an action herb. If there wasn't a fire under your butt, now there is, if that makes sense, right? Like, you have to do it now, like, or not you have to, but you will feel in the mood to do it, like, today, right now, like, let's go, let's get all these tasks done or whatever, right? So it's a pep in your step for sure. Okay. Ginger is to release anxiety. Ginger is also to make wise decisions. Clear, wise decisions. For your best self. Like, if you know that you don't make decisions for yourself, like, that actually benefit you, ginger. If you want to attract easily money to you, ginger. If you want to think like someone that makes a lot of money, ginger. The last thing you need for the transmutation part of the candles right now, manifestation oil, or attraction oil, or creation oil, or fertility oil. Okay? No, you're fine. This is the last ingredient. If you are doing protections, uncrossing. Okay? If you're doing a reversal, uncrossing. Only on the whatever energy you are releasing. If you're going to release your anxiety or fear of success or whatever the case may be, uncrossing, because this oil just essentially takes care of the self-sabotage. Okay? It's not necessarily meant for that. It's meant to uncross you, but think about it. If you, hey, I love it. That's amazing. Good job. Proud of you. Clock it. What's it called? If you self-sabotage a lot, and that means that you added a blockage to yourself, that's technically like a crossing. Like, if you feel very negatively towards yourself, or you know, yes, they're blockage removals, but they can also be like subconscious crossings, like from what you were taught when you were growing up. So if you think about it from like that level, if you access or tap into that, the oil will end up working as like no self-sabotage, not even from yourself, basically, right? So it's perfect to kind of solidify that full, like, yeah, we're good, we're done, you know, that's it, right? We did it. You would need to get a domination oil for the domination candle. I'm gonna use King Solomon's domination oil, because King Solomon and his 44 pentacles are amazing. From the Bible, by the way, so I know. But also in Vedic astrology, they can be used to invoke the different energies of the planets. And we're just gonna do it for the purple one and the black one, for the reversal to banish all the energy back. And then for this one, this is for my client who knows that she's stubborn, right? And she doesn't want to essentially fight with her own stubbornness. So she asked me to, sorry, I got itchy. What's it called? To create a candle for her to just pass her exam, okay? And come out or release that stubbornness. Anyway, so these are now all prepped, and the next part is doing the ritual, right? Like speaking it into existence. You would say your name, you would activate it, and then you would close it, right? If you don't have anything to say, you could say something along the lines of like for the reversal. Not the reversal. We'll do the release of anxiety. The release of anxiety, because that's a client. For this client, right? Like, blah blah for your name, blah blah for your birthday. I activate this blockage removal or releasing the anxiety for the good of all and with harm to none. The offering for this is like whatever you want to offer, right? And then we're done. It's a mini. It's not like it's a whole candle. You can treat it as a whole ritual, or you can treat it, you know, kind of like, you know, as a mini. But lay down the offering to yourself. I offer to do shadow work on myself to thank you higher self. For your ancestors, I offer cookies and coffee and I don't know, whatever they like. Water. Water. To La Santísima, it would always be tequila or whatever she likes. She does like candy as well, and she does like cookies as well, and she does like things like from Day of the Dead. So just kind of be aware of that. And then or Aphrodite, you can always offer her a rose, or you can always offer her rose oil or perfume or things like that, or seashells. And Hecate, you know, wisdom, knowledge and wisdom. But, you know, at some point, they would want you to get to know them. So just be aware of that, okay? Like, if you're going to do that. If you already work with them, cool beans. But if you don't work with them, you know, for you to be aware. But make a vow, or if you don't want to do an offering, then make a vow. Okay, I vow to clean my, like, patio for 7 days, or I vow to swear off soda for 3 days, whatever it is, okay? They really like it when you give up something that's bad for you, like soda or sugar or something like that, and just name the amount of days that you can do it, and do it. If you don't do it, it's not gonna come true. So like, you did it, you set this all up, you spent all the time, you listened to all this, and then you didn't even follow through. Until you follow through, they will not give it to you until you follow through. So whatever it is that you named in the offering, please name something, because if you don't, they will pick. You don't want them to pick, because you don't know what the fuck they're gonna give you, and you're not gonna be happy, you're gonna be pissed, and you're not gonna perform it, and you're gonna be a sourpuss, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck, this doesn't work. And it's like, yes it does, you just didn't want to offer anything. Like, you don't work for free, they don't work for free. Get over it. So that's it, right? But their payment is prayer, their payment is love, their payment is time, their payment is food. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like these crazy things. It's just, or clean my area, you know. When you really apply it logically, it's no different than your elderly grandparent asking you for chores. Like, that's it, you know. And then and to do it the way that they say, and as annoying as it is, you know, we can act like children all we want, but if we want to get the thing, we're gonna do the favor. So what's it called? That's pretty much it. These are herbs that you can work with, and that is pretty much the live, y'all. Thank you all for coming in. Oh, and make sure that your scrying mirror is here. Sit with them, talk with them, spend time with them. Yeah, your scrying mirror is here. This is also to protect you. If you are just kind of working it for someone else, I do not recommend, unless you've already been given the right. What RITE, right? What's it called? Grab an obsidian so that your personal emotions do not connect to the candle. If you are personally affected, you have to think about it. If you are an untrained person and you get emotional about somebody asking you to do a candle, and maybe you got lucky on your first 3 candles, right? And so the 4th one, okay, your friend's like, do it for me. And it's like, okay, what do you want? And it's like, oh, can I go out with Jay? And then it's like, what the fuck? I have a crush on Jay. So now you're doing a candle for someone that has a crush on the same man that you do, and their life just went to crap. It was your fault. Full blown. Because your emotions were pissed, jealous, envious, angry, evil eye. So what ended up happening is you crossed them by accident. It's gonna wear off, but they go through some BS, some annoying BS, maybe some inconveniences, like they embarrass themselves 3 times in front of the person, and then bam, it ends. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean you're gonna end up getting them either, because at the same time you embarrassed yourself. So both of you ended up embarrassing yourselves, and neither of you got the bitch. So you both, like, done fucked up. You can try again. But I hope you learned your lesson, right? That spirit being like, thought you could pull a fast one, huh? Well, here you go, right? So spirit is so silly about these rules, but they're changing February 17th. So let's see what the new, and let's see how much they change. They're making a big stink about this whole big change, and who knows, what if nothing changes? We don't know. I mean, that's not true, but We'll find out. Anyways, so make sure you have this with you if you struggle to disconnect your emotions to it. You need to disconnect your emotions to it, and the only emotion that you should be feeling is you should be envisioning what you want to happen as you are connecting to the candle, as you're connecting to your higher self, as you're connecting to the magic, as you're connecting to your crown chakra, and as you are creating the experience with whoever it is that you invited to guide you to do it, because it is all you who is doing it, right? And then the spirits that after you're done with that, that is your portion of it. It goes up to them, and then they're like, okay, you're gonna do team. You're doing this, you're doing this, you talk to the ancestors over there, you do this, you do that, you are gonna guide her, you are gonna lead her to this meet cute, and make sure that that guy gets over his his old partner, like all that BS. Make sure that she stops like forking around with all these situationships, like, or whoever, or like Bob the Builder needs to get the fuck out. Like, Bob the Builder had 7 years to freaking marry, you know, Maria. Bob the Builder, like, fork you, bitch. No, we're done. You know, no more 7 years. Like, you know, freaking Marlon over here is like someone that, you know, is interested. You know, he's getting out of a relationship. They're syncing, they're connecting, they're clicking. He's too shy. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't know if it's the right time, but they're soulmates, right? So essentially it's like, oh my gosh, like, let's push it. So like the teams take care of like all that coordination. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, and what's it called, when it's going to happen. I think I already said that one. Because that's their job. Like, the only thing that you have to do is show up. So if they're like, go to this grocery store, go over here, talk to this person, buy this thing, just do it. I mean, you can not do it and then get nothing, or you could do it and then get something. It's really up to you. But I can't make you. But I can just teach you and then like basically set you up for success, and then that's it. And if you think that they're hardballing you, ignore them. Ignore them for a bit. Focus on yourself. Do some self-love. Okay. Reconnect. Petition for better discernment. If you think that they are not treating you right, or maybe you're not understanding the message, or maybe you need to change your perspective, or what is it that you're not getting or that's not clicking, you don't understand. Purple candle, connect, discernment. It's not just used as a domination. It's also the original version of purple is for creation, is for knowledge, is for expansion. Okay, evolution. So, all right, discernment. So that is what I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming in, and write it out. Speak it. You can speak it. I already speak it. I don't really write it anymore. If you want to pair it with anything, I would pair it with rose quartz, pirates, because it's a transmutation against evil eye, and a reversal to bring it to the physical. But also pirate is a good stone for here. For the fool's gold, right? It's the perfect stone for inviting abundance, right? Or removing obstacles from abundance, or like you can treat it like a compass and it'll naturally gravitate towards abundance. Like, whoa, I don't know why, but I feel like going this way if you carried it every day. This is a big bitch to carry though. Like, she huge. But like if you have a tiny like one that you can put on your, you know, bracelet or something, you're good. Okay. But you would put this in the Capricorn quadrant. I align it according to the zodiac signs. But there's also the spiritual 4 directions. There's also the shaman's cross, and there's also the Christian cross. And there's also the planetary cross. So when you are like setting these things up, make sure that you solidly like know what you're connecting to. Confidence in magic is more important than following the rules. Okay, as psycho as that sounds, I know. At least until February 17th. Maybe I feel like there's a, like, I just feel like things are gonna be easier to do for some of us, and for the other of us, they have to go through the hard, like, synchronization of, like, on key, on point, don't miss a beat, like 24/7, put your work boots on, like boots on the ground, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you know what, like, how about you put the boots on the ground, I'll sleep this time, bitch, the fuck. So just kind of be aware of that. That's what I got for you. Thank you all for coming. We did readings, we did a collective. I'll post up the collective reading later today, but I have to go. I have a nail client, I have a nail appointment. I will catch you in the next one. Bye. I'll see you later.